line that they want to raise about this. And I'm having a hard time knowing where we are. Where do I get back to the Zoom call? There we are. Okay. All right. So that's live. That's there on the website now. So have at it. Anybody who just wants to go through and complete that, it's ready to do. There's a question here from Jim.
Do you need to post the group before the ride? Is that a requirement that each ride has a group? So people can download?
We haven't really addressed that specifically. It's certainly a good idea. You can certainly post something on the calendar without having an electronic file that you make available. The old days are still the now days, and so if you just want to just give a general description of the route and then show up with paper copies of the cue sheet to give to people, that would be an acceptable alternative. What is generally useful to ensure, though, is that everybody on the ride has independently information of what the route is and can get themselves back to their car at the end of the ride. And a paper cue sheet or a electronic file having been distributed in advance are ways to do that, just in case the group breaks up, which can happen if somebody has a mechanical or there's an accident and you send the 30 healthy riders on to complete their ride. So it's always a good idea to plan on making sure that every rider has it in some fashion, paper or electronic, a complete cue sheet so they can get back to the beginning. Any other questions? Well, that brings us to the end of what we have to present. So just in closing, get back to Adam's closing comment was, let's get out there and enjoy riding. Just to refresh what we've tried to cover today, either to refresh old timers or to entice newcomers to ride leading. It's how you pick a route, how you post the route and communicate with potential riders. It's how you manage expectations with the pre-ride talk, and it's how you manage the ride as it's actually happening, including the rare event that you may have a crash, in which case you've got the immediate incident to manage, as well as reporting to the club after the event, so that we are able to handle any ripples that reach the end of the pond afterwards. We are trying to create a culture of learning and mutual support in ride leadership. We all have things to learn from each other, and so let's keep the communications up on events that happen. If you run into an awkward event, don't hesitate to make that a learning platform and bring it to a member of the XCOM so we can take it into consideration. Certification, it's new. We've tried to make it relatively light. We're trying to be clear on communicating why we're introducing it, and doing it so that everybody keeps in mind that ride leadership is about having a safe ride, a welcoming ride, and keeping our attention on sustaining our current membership and bringing new members into the club. Very last thing maybe to bring to your attention is that the platform on which we maintain our club website is a company called Club Express. And we will be doing a refresh of that website over the course of the coming year at a minimum. But in the meantime, Club Express has rolled out, as of just a month ago, a mobile app. And so as a club rider, a club leader, what you might want to do is just go on your Apple Store or your Google Play Store and look for Club Express. It's a free app. Once you're down, you have it onto your device, it will ask you for your club, I believe it is. And so you identify you identify Potomac peddlers. You may have to sign in once, but then you've got almost the full functionality of the computer website on your cell phone. So were you to be on a ride, for instance, and need to pull up an emergency number of a rider, it's a whole lot easier to do that from the app than it is to have to get into the browser, get into the website. So it's still relatively new. There may be some glitches and some bugs, uh, but if you use it and can communicate to us its friendliness and usability, we can communicate back to Club Express to get things fixed to make it a good tool for us. The name of the app is Club Express. And with that, I thank you all for attending and hope this was useful. Hope to see some new ride leaders out there doing new rides we had not thought of. And let's get out there and enjoy the warming weather. Thank you, everybody, for attending.